So, Justin here again from Brickright. We're on another new job. So last one's done. You can see videos for that with the porcelain, and the awkward manhole that we had was a nightmare, Brad, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
But here we are. No manholes on this job, Brad.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, is there?
It's two by there, remember?
Oh God, yeah.
Tight to the shed.
Oh yeah, I lied. We got two by there.
Nah.
So what we're doing is we're breaking this up. All this is going to be a porcelain patio. All that's porcelain. We've got to put a new step through here. We're having a porcelain riser, and then if you come over here, look, Brad, what this is over here is we've got a pond. So that was a pond. So client's taken all the pond liner out, and what we're doing is we're filling all this up. We've got to jump down, or Brad's got to jump down, break all that up, and that's going to be a natural soak away, and that's going to be turfed. And there's a few other bits that we'll show you. So stay tuned for the next bit. Right, so here we are then. So what we've been doing is, oh God, Brad, get out the phone. People don't want to see that first thing in the morning, that face. So what we're doing then is we've taken all the slabs up from here, and what we found is sometimes you can get away with it in terms of there's enough base already underneath on the existing patio. Most of the time doesn't work, does it? Nope. But on this occasion it has. So there's a good 150 200 mil of base underneath there. It's really thick, so we're going to spread that around, reuse it and recycle. And then what we've done is we're filling this pond up. So Fraser's filled it up, we've all filled this up, broken all the slabs up, chucked it in there, and we're going to use this as a giant soak away now. But what we are doing is we are whacking it, because we don't want, when we put the topsoil and turf over the top, we don't want it to sink over here, so we're whacking it in sections. So we've got to skip out the front. I haven't really used it, and we're recycling, boys, aren't we? So we're living in a world where we've got to try and start to recycle, so this is helping us and helping the environment. So we've ticked the box, haven't we? But a lot of people, they don't tend to see the ugly side of the job in terms of the preparation. But without the preparation, you're never going to get a good, nice finish on your porcelain or your paving or your bricklaying or whatever you're doing, extension, whatever it is. You've got to start at this stage, at the ugly stage. So we're going to show you the key elements of the preparation, so you guys know what to do when you do yours. So we'll keep you in the loop. So Frey, get whacking then, mate. There we are. We're going to give that a really good whacking in there now. Stop any sinking. So there we are. So here we are. We got 7 ton of chippings now. So I don't know if you can see it. It's absolutely pouring out with rain. So we got to get that, and we got to take it to that. That's where it's going to. So we've already broken the patio up. The boys have already started filling it in, and we're going to treat this like a massive soak away, because under the fence there, next door's runoff from their patio and their garden comes under the fence into this garden, and so we're going to treat this like a huge soak away, and we're going to put a weed membrane on top of the chippings, and then we're going to put topsoil on top, and then we're going to turf it. So hopefully it will cure the issue of a lot of water coming in from surrounding gardens. So we'll crack on. Bit of advice for you: if anybody's doing this, they want to fill a hole up or they want to create a soak away in their garden, we got 20mm clean chippings. The chippings have to be clean. What that means is there's no dust or any particles in it other than the stone, so the water then can pass through. If you've got dust in it and you're whacking it, then your water's not going to pass through, so the soak away is, well, it's not a soak away. The water won't go through it. So there we are, top tip for you. Right, so we filled all that up now with the 20mm chippings. We put a weed membrane down on top of there, and I will now show you the topsoil we've got at the front to come in to go on top. So, you know, it's kind of a made-up soak away, really, not a full one where you put it all down the sides and go to town on it. I mean, it's just something to take a bit of water out of the garden. It's a huge area, so we should be okay with it. Show you the mud now. Brad's showing you the topsoil now. I've got that off Chris Howells at the Philly. Great guy, Chris, great suppliers. So if you haven't used them and you're in the area, give them a shout, because they're good people. So I've got the topsoil, 5 ton of topsoil going in there, and we'll show you when it's finished. Here we are, back in the garden. He's had his breakfast now. So we've done all that. We put all the path edgings there. That's all the prep work done. All the golden flint's gone in. So all this is filled up. And then we're over to here. So this is where we are. It's pouring down with rain the last couple of days in South Wales. So we're just digging this out now for more path edging. Still prepping. How are you feeling with your stomach full of bacon and egg and everything, Brad?
I'm alright.
You alright now, you?
I'm alright.
Yeah, he's happy. I thought he'd be curled up in a ball fast asleep, but there we are. We'll crack on with it. It's a bit muddy. Welcome to landscaping in October. So yeah, it's all filling up with water and stuff, but we'll crack on. Right, morning. We're down in the dumps a little bit, aren't we? Last night it was a flood in my street last night, right the way from curb to curb over the pavement. One of my neighbours was flooded. We were out there. We were like 2 inches away from all water coming into our house. So the doom and gloom. If you've been watching the videos, the doom and gloom continues. So, but my neighbour was all upbeat last. I couldn't believe it. So he was all right. It was not nice, but we've come in this morning now. Look, and Juicing have delivered these. Porcelain, Marshall's, Arrento, I think they are, Porcelain. He delivered them, told me about it yesterday. They just left it there, buggered off and left us to sort through it. So we've got this to contend with. So we're going to keep smiling, aren't we, boys? It's pouring on with rain again, and we're just going to get on with it. See you in a minute. Well, so far so good. We haven't found any chips. We got 3 that was on top, haven't we? 3 chips so far out of the whole pack, so we're about halfway through. So what's just luck, because these have been on order for months. So whether they've got, I think they've got 13 more. They said, boys, didn't they? Yeah. Got 13 in stock. So keep your fingers crossed, because if we don't get these now, we're going to be in a whole world of pain. Let's just hope. Well, we'll let you know anyway. Right, so we finished that. How many chips did we find, Brad? Or in fact, when I said to you yesterday to go through the slabs and look for chips, we had to go through them twice, didn't we? Do you want to tell him why?
Don't know.
You know why. He was looking for a bag of chips. I told him to look for chips on the porcelain, not a bag of chips. All food again, Brad. All you ever think about is food all the time. Love winding him up. Right, so it's a dry day, and this is the rear end of Selwyn. So we've just had a good clean out, Brad, haven't we? So you can see our setup. We've got all our wet gear, our knee pads, everything all hanging up. Brad likes to keep the van nice and clean and tidy, and Fraser likes to mess it all up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right there.
Yeah. So we've had a good sweep out. I mean, we're not earning any money to do this, but we've got to keep the van tidy and be able to walk in here and do stuff, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah, so let me show you the back a minute, 2 seconds. We got this mess going on now with Selwyn, and it's all years and years and years of sand. What I did, I don't want to bore you to death, but I put like a layer of DPM down, and then I put 2 layers of boarding down. So my other van, the floor fell through on it. So this is not going the same, but there's a hole there. I don't want to press it too hard. There's a little hole there, so we've got to get all that welded up now. So I think she's showing her age, Brad, isn't he? Old Selwyn.
She gotta go.
A bit like me, mate. Rough around the edges. Anyway, we'll get back in the garden now and show you what we're up to in there. So it's just about 10 o'clock now. So we went to pick materials up, clean the back of the van. You've got to keep your back of your van clean. Anybody out there now, all the lads know exactly what I mean about the dirty, messy state of the back of the van. We all do it because you don't get paid to stop and spend an hour doing it with you and your couple of lads. It costs a lot of money to clean the back of the van, but I'm particular about it. It drives me cuckoo going in there and stepping over and tripping over and breaking things. So old Selwyn's had a bit of a clean, so he's happy. So this is where we are with this. We put the path edgings in some terrible weather, weed membrane. This is exactly the layout the client wanted. So we did put our own design on it, which she liked, but it wasn't to her taste. We were going to put, rather than a hexagon going around there, I was going to put a curve to match that. See that semicircle down there? I was going to put another semicircle by here, in there, going the opposite way. And then where the paint mark, the line sprayers and the Gorilla Toe, I was going to put like a rockery in the middle there, which I think would have looked a hell of a lot better, but client didn't want it. It was put to her, she didn't want it, so she's changed it to this, which I think looks nowhere near as nice as the way we were going to do it. But it's her garden, she's happy, that's what she wants to do. Let me know what you think. Which way do you think would look better? Let me show you. I'm trying to get it all in. So So that's it. So it comes around from the side there, and then all that there, that topsoil area, all that's going to be topsoil and grassed. And then you've got a path then which goes around there, so I'm not going to walk in because you'll go up to your knees. And then that's going to continue round through the shrubs onto that bit where the slabs stacked up down there. So do you think, where Brad is, that semicircle facing out, if we'd had a semicircle here facing in with a little rockery by here, do you think that would have looked better? Or do you think this looks better? Let me know. It'd be interesting to see what you think. Leave them in the comments below. So what are we going to do now, Brad? We're going to crack on, aren't we? And we're a bit happier today. The floods are gone. We got some, I don't know what that blue stuff is, but there we are. Look how beautiful that is up there. And look how downright ugly that is by there. Let's go back to there. Anyway, we'll crack on with it. Let me know what you think about this. Wish us luck. We've been down in the doldrums the last couple of days, but I've woken up. I'm back. I'm happy. So let's get on with it. Go on then. We wanted to know. Go on. Yeah.
That's a big slip, that was.
So
I'll have Fraser's tea now as well.
This is what we got to put up with all the time. Brad's a slurper, right? I don't mind a slurp if the tea or the coffee, well, tea I am, tea man.
Oh.
If the coffee or the tea or whatever is hot, I will.
I don't slurp every drink.
I will slurp it, right? But he's an avid slurper. He's a firm believer. We don't mind a slurp, but we want to know: do you slurp your tea? Are you a slurper?
Are you a dunker as well?
Are you a dunker?
You dunk.
You know,
you dunk a jammy dodger?
I mean,
think you can.
My old man, he can't stand slurping. If I slurp my tea, he wants to kick me out the house. But I don't mind slurping. So, do you mind slurping, you boys and girls, or not? Are you a slurper? How many of those bloody biscuits have you eaten now? Oh, he's had half a pack.
You've had a couple as well.
I had 2.
You had 4.
I said, that's nice of Maria, innit? She's brought out 2 packs of biscuits. So she brought out a packet of Scotland's finest. Alan, if you're watching, Scotland's finest, you'd be proud of that, Alan. And she's brought out some, what are them ones, Brad? Chocolate digestives. And he said, do you want one? So I had 2, and then he said, oh great, I might. You turned around to me and said, I did have 2. You said, I'm not going to eat the shortbreads, but I'm going to demolish all the chocolate digestives right now. So he's halfway through on his second cup of tea. So anyway, let us know if you're a slurper or you mind slurping or not. Here we are then. So you got all the topsoil in now, all the path edgings in. So that's all ready to rock and roll for turf. Just spin round here now. You got the block work in on that right hand side. Just about to see the blocks there, and we got block work in on the return up there behind where Fraser's working. And we've also put an addition on top of the base and whacked it on top of here as well. So question for you, I put a little text at the start to say there's a question at the end. So the question is, you've seen the video now, you saw how much stuff we've put into the pond in terms of, you know, filling it all up with the hardcore and stuff and the topsoil. How many tons of chip-ins and topsoil and everything else do you think went into that? So leave your comments or your answers below, and on the next video I'll let you know. See what you all think. Have a nice weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one. Cheers. We're all prepped now, so all ready to go for Porcelain next week.